On May 20th, 2025, during the Combined Naval Event held in Farnborough, UK, the French Navy unveiled its long-term carrier air wing development roadmap, a plan that stretches all the way to 2045. France's current nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, Charles de Gaulle, is expected to retire around 2038. Its replacement? A much larger and more capable next-generation carrier known as Pang. But this new ship isn't just about steel and nuclear power. It marks a turning point in how France plans to fight from the sea. According to French naval officials, the future carrier air wing will be built around 3 key phases starting in 2038. At first, France will pair its existing Rafale-M fighter jets with stealthy flying wing UCAV. These drones aren't just for reconnaissance. They'll carry out real combat missions, working alongside manned fighters as teammates. Eventually, even more autonomous drones with advanced coordination capabilities will be added to the mix. On April 26, 2024, the French government awarded the first major pre-construction contract to Naval Group and Technicatom. The focus? Acquiring long lead components for the ship's nuclear reactors, specifically 2K22 reactors that will power the carrier's fully electric propulsion system. Manufacturing is scheduled to run through 2029. Pang will be built at Saint-Nazaire by MO Port Avions, a joint venture between Naval Group and Chantiers de l'Atlantique. This shipyard is already booked solid with cruise ship orders worth over 1.5 billion euros. But it's the only facility in France large enough to handle such a massive warship. Hull construction is expected to begin around 2031 to 2032. The ship will travel under temporary diesel power to Toulon in 2035 for reactor fueling, followed by sea trials in 2036. The total cost? Over 10 billion euros. This next-gen carrier will displace around 80,000 tons, stretch 310 meters long, and span 85 meters wide. It will be the largest warship ever built in Europe. And like Charles de Gaulle, it will be nuclear-powered, a necessity for France's global power projection goals. Its propulsion system will be fully electric, with 3 shafts powered by steam turbine-driven generators. The 2K22 nuclear reactors, each producing 220 megawatts, will be housed in a heavily reinforced 100-meter-long nuclear compartment. Top speed, 27 knots. Range, unlimited. But it's not just the power plant that's getting an upgrade. The ship will be equipped with 3 electromagnetic catapults and 3 advanced arresting gear systems, all supplied under a U.S. foreign military sales contract worth over $41 million, fully funded by the French government. These American-made launch systems, built by General Atomics, will allow Pang to launch a wide range of aircraft, from heavy 6th-generation fighters to lightweight drones, with greater precision and reliability than the older steam catapults on Charles de Gaulle. 2 catapults will be mounted on the bow and 1 on the angled flight deck, enabling simultaneous launch and recovery, something no existing carrier can do. Though the final decision on using 2 or 3 catapults hasn't been made, the ship's entire electrical system is already being built to support 3. The electromagnetic catapults and AAG will also reduce airframe stress and simplify maintenance, key advantages for both manned and unmanned operations. Pang's flight deck will cover 17,000 square meters, an increase of 5,000 over its predecessor. It will feature 2 side-mounted aircraft elevators, each capable of carrying 2 Rafale-M fighters, and a massive hangar stretching across 2/3 of the hull. The air wing will include over 40 aircraft, similar to current capacity. In 2038, the mainstays will still be the Rafale-M and the E-2D Hawkeye. But this time, they'll be supported by rotorcraft drones, possibly Airbus's VSR 700 or other rotary wing UAV designed for surveillance, anti-submarine warfare, and logistics. VSR 700 trials aboard French FREMM frigates began in 2023. Austria's Schiebel S-300 is also expected to compete for carrier drone roles. The Rafale-M will be upgraded to the F-5 standard, incorporating advanced weapons like the ASN-4G nuclear cruise missile, next-gen Scalp, and Exocet successors, the latter possibly hypersonic, and an improved Meteor long-range air-to-air missile. Rafale will also gain manned-unmanned teaming abilities with newly developed UCAV. By 2040, 2 additional drones will join the air wing. One will resemble the MQ-9 Reaper, a multi-purpose general use UAV. The other will be a stealthy UCAV derived from Dassault's Neuron demonstrator. This flying wing design will feature internal weapon bays, autonomous controls, and suppression of enemy air defense capabilities. General Atomics is already developing folding wings for the MQ-9B to reduce its wingspan from 24 meters to just under 10. Short takeoff and landing versions, like the Mojave and Great Eagle STOL, are in testing and could carry out maritime control, anti-submarine, and ISR missions in low-threat environments. Then, in 2045, the big leap arrives. The next-generation fighter jet will become the air wing's centerpiece. Powered by twin adaptive cycle engines rated at 150 kilonewtons each, the 33-ton fighter will be optimized for carrier operations with reinforced landing gear, arresting hooks, and folding wings. It will carry weapons internally and operate alongside the Rafale-Ms and E-2D during the transition period. Supporting this next-gen platform will be expendable long-range drones, combining the traits of cruise missiles and UAV, as well as the Airbus Wingman, a low-cost stealth drone originally developed for the German Air Force. The Wingman will be adapted for carrier operations, with corrosion protection and arrestor hook systems added. Interestingly, France is prioritizing heavy strike UCAV over loyal Wingman drones, a move aimed at offsetting the Rafale's lack of stealth and extending the carrier's strike radius. Thanks to its 122 megajoule electromagnetic catapults, Pang will be capable of launching drones weighing up to 40 tons. During early tests, the Neuron demonstrator achieved Mach 0.8 formation flight with latency under 50 milliseconds. That's a level of responsiveness needed for high-intensity combat scenarios. This strategy stands in stark contrast to the U.S. Navy's focus on tanker drones like the MQ-25. Dassault has confirmed that 3.8 billion euros has already been invested in the FCS program, with 27% allocated to adapting systems for naval use. According to the French Naval Research Institute, drones will make up 65% of the air wing by 2045, and manned aircraft will see a 300% increase in sortie generation. That means more firepower, faster response, and a fundamentally different way of using carriers in future conflicts. France isn't just building a ship, it's building a new doctrine for sea power. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the future of global naval warfare.